Hey, Jason, yes, we are over here at the Jolanda Jones watch party. There are a lot of people who have been coming and going. We've been waiting for those results just like the rest of the candidates, and not too long ago we got to hear from her. She mentioned how she jumped into the race about 5 months after people. She was pushing back with the maps that had been redrawn, so she said she got a late start, but she's really optimistic with how things are going right now, saying this is still early in the day, early in those numbers coming in and those results, but she got a chance to speak to the people that are here. She's still in the building, but this is what she had to say to the folks who came out here tonight to support her.
This has been a long day. This has been a long campaign. First thing I want to do is thank my family. So this is my mother. Miss Harris, she was holding down a pole today. My sister, Uchenna. My son, Giovanni. My daughter-in-law, Sonia. And my grandbaby. So I want to thank my family first because they had to share me. And they volunteered, and we're not rich, but we were at the polls. I want to thank the volunteers. You have been incredible. You have been incredible. I mean, what we've done as a campaign has been exciting for me. Now, we started 5 months after everybody because I was elected and am elected as a state representative. I did not quit my job as a state representative to run for Congress. Right on. Right? Greg Abbott and Trump had some really bad plans for Texas, and I felt it more important to fight against Abbott and Trump. Right on. It would have been politically expedient for me to quit my job as a state rep, but I did not do that, which caused me to be in the race to campaign 5 months after everybody, because I was running from the FBI, the police, and everybody. But I do not regret that, because those maps are racist, and we were able to explain to the world that those maps are bad, and I'm hopeful that in California right now, that they'll get 5 Democrat seats to try to overcome what they did in Texas. But I've just got to tell you, this is going to be a long night. The only results that have come in are early vote and absentee, if what I've been told is accurate. Incredibly, over 227,000 votes have happened today, which is more than early vote, which is extremely unusual. Extremely unusual, but it gives me hope. I'm only 2,700 votes out of being in a runoff. Like I said before, this campaign has been tremendous. My supporters, thank you so much. To the people that voted for me, thank you so much. Again, to the campaign, thank you so much. And it's just gonna be a long night. And you know, what's funny, I was talking to Senator Miles earlier today. He asked me if I ever ran a relay. I told him, yeah, I ran a relay. He said, well, what leg did you run? I said, I ran anchor. He said, well, did you always get the baton at first? I was like, hell no. I got the baton, not at first, sometimes at last. So I know what you have to do. We have to run from behind. And when you start a race 5 months after everybody else, that's what we're doing. However, I have trust in the people.
There you go. Right.
I have trust in the people. I was at the polls. Today was dizzying. I think I went to 6 or 7 polls today. Woo! And I tell you what, I heard nothing but positive words, positive vibes from the people there. And so we're just gonna wait and we're gonna see. Cause this ain't over until all the results are in. I don't know how many of the votes of the 227,000 came from Texas 18, but y'all, we're only down by 2,700 votes. That's it. So we just gonna sit, we're gonna wait, and I'm gonna be here with my family, and I'm gonna spend time with my grandbaby. Okay, she makes me very, very, very happy. I wanna just recognize some people who have been with me to help in this campaign. They've done yeoman's work. They have made something out of very, very, very little. My general consultant, Grant Martin, who actually has been supporting me since 2003 when I was a spring chicken. Since I was a spring chicken. Dallas Jones, my campaign manager. Where's Thelma?
Behind Grant.
Thelma is a person who was adamant that I run for this, and he has been a supporter of mine for a very long time, and I just want to thank you, Thelma. I really appreciate you. I see people here that love me and who I love. I don't want to miss no names, so I don't want to get in trouble. Look, I had to have people hold down my state office when I was running for Congress. So I want to thank my state office. They didn't mix, but I was not in the state office as much as I would have been had I not been running for Congress. But Texas 18 needs a fighter, and I am a fighter if I'm nothing else. And as I said before, I was also talking to somebody else. So you guys who don't know, I was a heptathlete. I won 3 NCAA championships as a heptathlete, and I won 1 United States championship as a heptathlete. Let me just tell you a little bit about the heptathlon. The heptathlon is 7 events over 2 days. The first event, hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 on day 1. Long jump, javelin, 800 on day 2. It is brutal. And here's what I learned as a heptathlete. You have ebbs and flows. You're really good in some events. You may not be so good in others. So the truth is I was not a good hurdler. It was the first event. So I would always pray through the first event, right? I would be so thankful if I wasn't in last place. But the second event was the high jump, where I used to be the Texas record holder in the high jump and Southwest Conference record holder in the indoor high jump. So by the time I jumped at the second event, I was, if I wasn't in first place, I was close to first place. And that's just sort of how it went. And then what I did, I was a very good long jumper, wasn't that good of a javelin thrower, but I was a really good 800-meter runner. And today reminds me of the 800 meters, right? So we're just gonna sit and we're gonna wait. This race is not over until the last election results come in. We're not that far behind. I think we've done a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of our campaign.
Yeah.
And having grown up really poor, some people have learned about me a little bit. Having grown up really poor, we didn't always have food, and the lights got turned off and the water got turned off. And my mother, who was a union steward, she used to give those supervisors grief. But what we always knew was stuff, it was gonna work out, right? And we prayed, we had been praying a lot. And if we work hard, we know that we can overcome anything. So we're just going to wait. We're going to be patient. It's my understanding that there are people still voting.
That's right.
There are very long lines. So, you know, on the one hand, I'm super excited that people thought enough to come out and vote in a special election. Because if we looked at the early vote, we were thinking people weren't gonna come out, but evidently people like the drama of coming out on election day. So now we gotta wait and we gotta see, but don't count us out. We're literally not that far behind with a whole bunch of votes to count. So we're gonna be here for the long haul because that is what we do. That is what we do. So thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to the campaign team. Thank you to the people who volunteered to walk. Let me tell you, we had a very untraditional campaign in this day and age, but we made it work. We made it do what it do, right? So stick around, wait, we're gonna have a great time. As I said, my mom and I got at 5:30 this morning to make sure we were at the polls at 7. My mother will be 80, y'all, okay?
Yeah.
She's got that telling people, vote for my daughter. So I'm excited. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Well, as you heard, there is still a lot of optimism in the air, but they know it's going to be a very, very long night.